What's going on, everybody? Lindsay here with Side Hustle 247. In this video, what I want to talk to you guys about is how to go from making $200 kind of part-time in the courier business or independent courier business or medical courier business, whatever you want to go with, to making $1,700 plus. And today what I'm going to do, I talk to you guys about this kind of stuff all the time in all my videos, but I want to kind of do a more of a reaction video to another courier and her experience. I think her name is Courier Girl. And so let's hop right into that.
Hey, it's Courier Girl here, and today I want to talk about how to get started in the courier business and jump out of the gate running. In other words, go from being a brand new courier to a full-time, good earning courier in a short period of time. So just to give you an example, I started doing this about 6.5 months ago, and I was very part-time at first, making a couple $100s a week. Very quickly, because I followed certain steps, from doing it part-time and just making a little bit to doing it full-time and making between $1,500 and $1,700 a week, sometimes even more. Now, I gotta be honest, I work a lot, so it's not like I'm doing a 9 to 5 and then going home and making that kind of money. I work a lot of hours.
That's kind of the misconception I think a lot of time that people give you out there, that it's like, and I know I've made videos, to where people made that there is times when you can make a lot of money in a short period of time. That's the reality. But for the most part, most courier, independent courier, medical courier people are working a lot of hours to make that kind of money.
I work weekends, but I did build my income up to that much within just a few months, and I'm going to tell you how I did it. So, the first tip that I have for you is, once you have contracted with a courier company, you have to say yes. That means if they have a job for you, you say yes. You don't have an excuse. You're not like, well, I've got to do this or I've got to do that. I mean, if you have a full-time job, that's understandable. They're going to work around your schedule, but when they ask you to do something, say yes. I said yes, and I didn't even ask how much it paid. I didn't care. I was getting
Super important at the beginning.
So, if they wanted me to run across town for $30, I did it. If they wanted me to work later, I did it. If they called me at midnight and said, I've got a run for you, can you do it? I did it. I always said yes, and that got me a good reputation as somebody who they could call. So they started calling me for better and better jobs. The second thing
that's it right there.
Up. This is such a big problem in the courier world. I can't tell you how many times I've been called to fill in for somebody who didn't show up. Like, I don't know what it is about couriers. It could be...
Another thing is you want to ask, make sure and ask whoever the dispatch or whoever's running the show, if you can train on other people's routes, because the more routes you know, specifically in certain situations, the more money you can make by filling in.
Businesses too, but they don't take it seriously, a lot of them.
Especially if you're on
don't
demand.
Show up, or they'll call off like it's not an important job, or are relying on you to be there when you say you're going to be there. So unless there are extenuating circumstances, then show up. The more you show up, the better reputation you're going to get and the better jobs you're going to get. That's what happened with me, and that's what will happen with you. So I always say yes. Okay, I don't always say yes now, but in the beginning I always said yes, and I always showed up. Like, they knew that I was reliable. The next tip is do your job well and do a little extra. I think that's really important, and that's another thing that a lot of couriers don't.
If you guys are finding this video and these videos valuable, please, if you guys would please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. I love making these videos for you guys, and I love finding other content that can help make you guys money. I know a lot of us are searching for similar things when it make money, side hustles, get rid of their 9 to 5 jobs, things like that. But subscribe to the channel. I promise I'm going to do as much as I can for you guys. Hit that thumbs up. Drop any comments down below or any questions.
Really take to heart. So what I mean by do a little extra is when you pick up or deliver something, be friendly to the people. Learn their names.
Very important.
I've heard the saying that nothing is as sweet as the sound of your own name. And that's true. People like to be called by name. They like to be acknowledged. Admittedly, this is one of my weak points. I can meet you and you can introduce yourself and like 2 seconds later I forget your name. I'm really working on that. So if you can remember people's names and call them by name, that's huge. Ask if they have anything else. I can't tell you how many times I've picked up a delivery and because I've asked if they had anything else, they're like, oh yeah, this is almost ready to go too.
You can make extra money that way.
Out, I might miss something. So always ask if, are you getting everything? Follow the protocol of the company that you're working for. So if they want you to log things, write things down, use an app, whatever it is they want you to do, make sure you do it to the letter. You get all your little T's crossed, all your little I's dotted. You make sure that you're tracking everything. If you're supposed to take pictures or scan things, that you're doing that. Because you're going to get a reputation as somebody who is a good driver for that company. They want people like that. They don't just make up these rules to make your life difficult. There's a reason that they're doing things. And you can
listen, and one of the things that I notice is like, like, let's say you're training like a route or something with a driver, make sure and still follow the protocols of the company, because some of these drivers aren't gonna follow certain protocols a lot of times, where they're just being lazy, where maybe they're not bringing in their cooler because their car's parked right outside the front door, different things like that. Just follow simple things, and obviously if they train you wrong in certain parts of the route, that's different. But the protocols are the protocols for the company. You need to have your cooler, you need to have, whether it's the different things, dry ice, things like that.
ask if you don't understand it. You can ask them to explain it. But know that if you're contracting with a certain company, they have certain rules which may be different than other companies you're contracting with. You have to be able to switch gears and really follow the protocol that they put forth. Thing is to notice things. I was doing a mail route a few months ago, and there was this one shelf that I had to check to see if there were anything going out to places on my route. Well, there was this box that sat there. It wasn't for me, but it sat there for like 3 or 4 days. So I called the office and I said, hey, there's this box sitting here. I know that it's not on my route, but do you want me to do something with it, because it's been here for like 3 or 4 days?
That's big.
Well, it turned out the person who was supposed to pick it up hadn't picked it up. So, and they wouldn't have known about that. So constantly, I'm not being a tattletale, but I am paying attention to help the company overall do a better job for their clients, if that makes sense. If there's a package that's like not on my route, but I'm going right by there, I'll offer to take it. There was another instance where a package sat there for 2 or 3 days, and I said, nobody's taking this. Where does it go? Who takes it? I drive right past there. I'm happy to take it. And the guy looked it up, and he found out that it was like an oddball thing that really wasn't on anybody's route, which is why nobody had taken it. So I took it, and it's little things like this that help your reputation grow and help you.
Sometimes you can get money added on to your daily contracts.
You're contracting with, which helps you get priority for the better jobs.
Boom.
Okay, the next thing that I want to say is do not be married.
I want y'all to hear that again.
Do not be married to any route, anybody's route, which is why nobody had taken it. So I took it. And it's little things like this that help your reputation grow and help you to get more, I guess, status in the eyes of the people you're contracting with, which helps you get priority for the better jobs. And the
Boom.
next thing that I want to say is do not be married to any route or any particular job. It's easy to start to really like and feel comfortable with what you're doing, but you always have to be willing to give that up if something better comes along.
Yes.
I got the opportunity. The reason that I left the mail route that I was doing is because I got the opportunity to do another route that was making, I think, about $200 to $250 more per week. That's significant, for
sure.
the same amount of work in the same amount of time. And so it was kind of hard because I was comfortable in the mail route. I liked the people, but I had to say, okay, I'm here to.
A lot of time the people like you on your route too, and you become friends with them, and you don't want to leave them, and they get attached. So, but at the end of the day, you'll you'll get attached to the next route too. It's super important. The money, remember the money. I get relationships and things like that, but most of these routes are pretty similar, especially in certain companies.
My business to level up, and so I have to take this other opportunity. And you always have to be on the lookout for that too. And if opportunities come along, you have to weigh it against what am I doing now? What is this other thing? Not just the money, like what's the money, yes, but how much work does it entail? Is it a better deal for me, a worse deal for me? And then you have to make your decision. But you always have to be willing to let something go in order to get something better. And that was kind of a hard lesson for me, but now that I've gotten it, I'm okay with that, and I'm actually eager to keep leveling up to the better things. The next thing is every once in a while, not every day, but every once in a while, remind the people that you're working for that you are willing to level up, and you're looking to increase your income and to get better at this business. And if you are doing all the other things and you are a valuable courier, and let me tell you what, there are very few valuable couriers out there. There's a lot of them.
So I wanted to add something to that real quick that I made a mistake with a couple of times at first. Is you're gonna have these relationships with like dispatch, and it'll be different people and stuff like that. It's super important that you really try and embrace those relationships. Some of those people are difficult at times, and they can be a pain, and not necessarily because that's just their personality. It's because there's a lot of pressure on them at the same time, and then it's all a trickle down effect. So somebody's putting a lot of pressure on them, so they put a lot of pressure on you, and sometimes personalities, they get frustrated and they talk down to you and things like that, and it can be frustrating. But do your best, no matter what happens, to try and keep those relationships in very good standing. So when something pops up, they're fighting for you on that end at the same time.
That don't show up, don't say yes, don't do their job, with a lot of, not integrity, but just with a lot of, they're not conscientious about their job. And so if you're a person that does all these things, then you are going to be really valuable to the company that you're working for, and they're going to want to keep you happy. So every once in a while, remind them that you are constantly on the lookout and you want to keep leveling up. And if they don't give you something right away, don't get frustrated or discouraged. They may not have something right away. They've also got lots and lots of couriers to deal with, lots and lots of business things to deal with, and so they may forget. So a gentle reminder every once in a while is good. I think that's okay to do, but not like bugging them every 5 minutes.
So I'm going to leave that at that. If you guys want to go watch the rest of that video, it's on Courier Girl's YouTube channel. I think she makes other videos, so I'm sure she's got some valuable insight. Might be another person to follow. But make sure and hit that subscribe button. I hope you guys found this valuable. Hit that thumbs up. Please hit the thumbs up. It helps bring more traffic to each of my videos, and then that way it kind of spreads the love to as many people as we possibly can. I appreciate it. Drop any comments down below, anything that you guys can think of. Just hit that subscribe button. Let's build this channel up. I appreciate all of you guys and everybody who watches my videos. And if you guys want to see anything else, please let me know in the comment section down below. So you guys have an awesome day, and I can't wait to see you on the next video. Peace.